Hi, I'm Donna Harbin, and thank you for agreeing to view my PowerPoint presentation on our academic opportunity program that we're having here at Weaver Elementary. This presentation is for my internship to Personal Development 2 with Dr. Bell, and again, this is our PowerPoint presentation concerning academic opportunity. Obviously, I'm videoing this myself because we are practicing social distancing and we're not allowed at the school together. So thank you for watching the video after I email it to you, and I look forward to your comments and your feedback. So at this time, we will get started. Academic opportunity. And what does it mean to Weaver Elementary children? First of all, academic opportunity is for all students to succeed. Through continuously building trust between the students and the teachers, knowing that we truly care about them and we are investing our time and efforts because we truly believe in them and we want to motivate and build their self-confidence. It's also about strategically placing our students to meet their greatest need. We are all better together. That's why our academic opportunity is for grades 4 through 6. This is the most important thing. I wish I'd put it up under here. You teachers, parapros, those of you that are working for that 45-minute block, you are the game changers when it comes to our children and improving instruction. Every student deserves a year's worth of growth, and the students at Weaver Elementary belong to all of us. So academic opportunity is a grouping of span of grades 4 through 6, meeting the reading and math needs of these children, whether it be strategic, intensive intervention, or moving those children that are already exceeding high, pushing them to that next level. Every child deserves intervention. Every child, regardless of where they are now, deserves to grow. Our job is to meet them where they are and push them forward, and that's what we're going to do with academic opportunity. 1, let's talk about the agenda. We're going to go over the parameters. I have an icebreaker for you. Then we're going to talk about academic opportunity. What is it? What does it look like? How does it work? How do we know when it's working? We're going to keep growing and changing, and we are going to have success for students. Obviously, you're going to see success for students through all of this because that's what we're about. The parameters, let's go over these just as you would with your students in your classroom. You have outcomes and expectations, so let's go over ours. Time is our most valuable resource. We are all going to be active participants, sharing and learning together. We talk about things we can control, not bless your hearts. Anything that stays here, anything that's said here stays here. Confidentiality is always important. I would ask you to turn off anything that rings or dings or sings. Thank you. And take care of yourself. If you need to go to the bathroom, get up and go. If you need something to drink, get something to drink. And we're never going to lose sight of our goals. Icebreaker. We've been talking about Malcolm Gladwell, and I've talked with you about some. We've studied outliers. Well, I found this, and we were just talking about how athletes and how they go through a combine of scores. And when I saw this today, I thought, how appropriate. And it says, for a fair selection, everyone has to take the same exam. Please climb the tree. Just like our student diversity, you have a monkey, a penguin, an elephant, a goldfish, a seal, and a dog, all expected to perform the same task, much like education requires of our children today. How are we going to change that? And then this one I really loved, and just get started with a smile. It says, teaching, the only profession where you steal things from your own home and bring them to school. I don't know about you, but I am guilty of this always. Upending every time. Now let's talk about academic opportunity. What is academic opportunity? It is an intentionally focused time to provide specific instruction that is based on students' specific needs. And it is both based on a diagnostic and prescriptive program that we use. What does it look like? Well, it's 4th through 6th grade, mixed grouping. We use Engage New York, VMath, Spire, MSLE, Rhymes and Times, Rewards, Clockwise, and the instruction is research-based and intentional. Number 1, we use universal screeners, the STARS. We look through the dyslexia screeners. Many types of data we look to see where our children are. Then we determine the greatest need of those individual students. Is it reading? Is it math? Is it both? And the AO classes are based on the student needs. We may have a group of 2 or 3 that are in one specific need that they're working on. And then we may have a group of 15 or 20 that are excelling above and beyond, and we are challenging them to press them further. So, again, success for students. I want to go back and let's hit on 5, keeping the groups fluid as possible. And we'll talk a little later in the presentation about how at the end of each 9 weeks we're going to look at that data. We want these groups to be fluid. We want them to master that skill or that strategy that they're working on and move them on to something else. Do we want them to stay in the same group from 4th grade through 6th grade? Absolutely not. And when we get to that time where we're ready to move them, ladies and gentlemen, we need to celebrate their successes. Build that up. Make a big deal of it. We're going to make a big deal of it, and I ask you too, as their academic opportunity teacher, celebrate successes with them. Now, we know our 3 tiers of instruction. We talk about that a great deal. 1 is for all students, tier 1, and that's your core classroom instruction, usually whole group, small group. And then we have approximately 20 to 30 children that still need that tier 2 intervention, some strategic intervention. And then we have some that need that intensive, rigorous intervention, and that's approximately 5 to 10% of our school population. Now, we have about 15% in tier 2 that are in your classrooms. You're pulling them back for small group instruction. You know your children, you know what they need, and you're providing them with their needs. During this, it's built upon tier 1 instruction. You're using strategies and your research-based interventions, and you deliver this in small group. Tier 3, very few students participate. It's intensive research-based interventions, and it's provided to individuals in very small groups. And it's delivered usually by our interventionist, our specialist, our collaborative teachers, but during academic opportunity, during that 45-minute block, it is all hands on deck. We're using parapros, we're using our teachers, administrators are participating, our media specialist is participating. We want as many hands helping our children as possible. Now let's look back at this. I showed us at the very beginning. The key, all students are to succeed. Again, academic opportunity allows for each student to show growth. It's individualized, it's intentional, and let's go over this together. It is not optional. When we are visiting AO, we want to see these children working with you, not working on a worksheet, not working on a computer program. We need to see that intensive teacher-student interaction going on in these AO classes. Again, we're strategically placing these students to where they need to be to help them be successful. And like I said, we're a team. None of us are as smart as all of us, and we all work better as a team. And again, I want to reiterate, you are the game changer for these students. Now, questions to ponder. I know because of the coronavirus we can't be together. What I'm asking you to do is to email 2 or 3 questions that you may have about AO and how it will affect your students. And I will take those questions that you email to me, and I'm going to share those out through to the other team members that of our staff that work with AO, because I'd like to get feedback from them. My answers are not always right. Much of you together are very, very intelligent. I look to you for guidance lots of times. So I'm interested to see, let's put these out. Your names will not be attached to the question, to see your thoughts and opinions from some of the questions that are being offered. And then when we meet back, I will have those questions, and those were things we will sit down and we will share. And we all may have some of the same questions. We may have unique individual questions. All questions, just like we tell our children, are very, very important. And if a question is geared toward improving that child, building that child up, every question is worth it, and every child deserves that time to reach out and make them be successful. Next steps. At our data meetings at the end of the 9 weeks, we're going to look at our STAR data. We're going to look at growth and changes to our grouping. We will move up, down. We're going to look at their AO journals, look at their data, their goals, their expectations. Is it aligned with the growth that you are seeing? Are the children buying in and putting into that effort? We've got to motivate these children. We have got to make them have the confidence in themselves that they can be successful, that they take ownership in their learning through academic opportunity and conferencing with these children. All these things are going to fall into place. Now, for the effective intervention, this is your exit ticket. It's a 3-2-1. I'd like you to email me 3 things you learned about academic opportunity, 2 things that you feel confident that you can take back to the classroom, and 1 thing you can take initiative to learn more about. I know this is a very quick overview. I apologize. We had planned to go into this much more intensely, but with the coronavirus, we are following our guidelines. We are practicing social distancing here at the school as well. Please look for the video, and I look forward to your feedback. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. Thank you for caring and loving our children and wanting them to be successful. Remember, you are the game changer. Thank you.